Hello everybody, today I'm going to show you how you can create faux beach glass and turn that into a wind chime. The first thing I'm going to do is take this piece of branch that I found and put it in some bleach water to make it look like driftwood. So the fun thing about using or making faux sea glass is that you can collect pretty bottles, the ones that you like the colors of. You can also get some inexpensive glass at like the thrift store that has colors that you like, and go ahead and smash them up to use. So here I'm picking out the pieces that are the size that I want, and the ones that are still too large, I'm going to go ahead and smash them again. So here I'm going to go through the same process again using this green bottle, so I'm not going to make you sit through and watch me smash the glass. But it is a lot of fun smashing the glass, especially if you have maybe some rage in you and you need to release some stress. It's kind of fun. So I picked up this rock tumbler. I think I got it on Amazon. It's the National Geographic one, and I'm going to use this to make the faux sea glass. Do I know what I'm doing right now? No, that's why I have the books. I have instructions. You got coarse, plug, some stones to polish. Oh, look at that, give you a little, you put your gems inside of there and wear them, I suppose. That's what that is. Extra belt. Okay, they say take this handle off, take this off, and then you use this, screw this handle back on, and take this off. There we go. And there's some more gems, rough cut gems we call them. Alright. So then, polishing instructions. Add your rocks and grit number 1 to the tumble barrel. The purple I gotta figure out how to make it, how long to tumble it, and with what grit to make it look like sea glass. I read the instructions, and what I'm gonna do is fill this halfway up with your glass. I'm gonna do grit number 1, and I guess I pour all this in there. And then you put it on for, I'm gonna put it on for 3 days. So I'm gonna put a glove on so I don't cut myself. And go ahead and fill that up. So then I'm going to put grit number 1 in. And I'm obviously going to have to buy more because this is only, I think it's only for 1 use, or enough for 1. And then pour it to cover the glass. I bet you I got too much glass in here, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Just above the glass. And then put this lid on. I don't know if I need this and how to push it down. I don't think I do, but there we go. Nice and sealed. Put this on nice and tight. And put it on here, like so, right? I'm going to say days, I'm going to say 3. I don't know about speed. 2? How far does it go? 3. Let's do a 2. All right, so we're going to leave that for 3 days and come back and see what they look like. All right, here's the moment of truth. These have tumbled for 3 days. I actually let them sit for almost 2 or 3 more days, just sitting there because I didn't have a chance to get to them. Hopefully it's not too like sludgy or heavy, like the grit and stuff hasn't solidified. So we shall see. There we go. All right, looks like some sludge up here. So it looks all right. I was going for like the, it's smooth on the edges. That's nice. I was going for like the, what do you call it? Sea glass. I don't know why I can't remember it's called sea glass. So I'm going to go ahead and rinse these. And we'll see how they look. So I have heard you're not supposed to rinse this in your sink because all the sludge gets in your pipes and it's like, see this right here? That's the grit and it kind of solidifies, so you don't want that in your pipes. So I'm going to dump it in this strainer and rinse it out. So I also have this here so that, because I don't want it to get in like my grass and stuff as well. So, let me rinse this up first. Make sure I got everything. All right, let that dry. So I like how that looks. So I'm going to keep it like that, and then I'll show you the next step. I'm going to dump this. I dropped a piece of glass in here. I'm going to dump this out and then finish rinsing these. Alright, I've gotten enough of the sludge out. I'm not worried about getting this in my grass, so I'm going to go ahead and finish rinsing this. All right. So here they are, all done. Dry them out. Need another little container to put them in. This is the piece of wood, probably from a tree branch or something that I had soaking in the bleach water. I wanted it to look like it was driftwood off the beach, of course, and so that's why I had it in the bleach water, plus to clean it up a little bit. But here I am measuring out where I want the eye hooks to go, and this will take me a minute because my math usually doesn't math very well, so it's going to take me a minute to figure this out. I was hoping I'd just be able to screw the eye hooks in, but that's not going to work. Maybe if I push hard enough, I don't know. But I'm going to get my drill out and a small drill bit and go ahead and pre-drill some holes for these. So you pretty much know the drill, what's going to happen. Haha, get it? Drill. I'm going to go ahead and put, I think I have 6 or 7 holes, and then put the eye hooks in. So I'll just speed through this so you don't have to sit here and watch me do this. So as you can see, I also put 2 eye hooks on the top, and they're actually, I did this kind of on accident. They're actually going to, because they're not centered correctly, right? So that it's going to be lopsided, but you'll see how it turns out at the end. It's kind of a happy accident. It turns out really cool. I'm going to use this fishing line and go ahead, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have 6 lines on this. So I'm going to go ahead and cut some fishing line to the approximate length that I want. You want to, of course, do it a little bit longer than you think what you're going to need. You can always cut off the excess. And I'm just going to go ahead and tie a square knot on the top. And I'm going to say this is probably 12 to 14 inches long, each string or each fishing line piece. So I'm going to go ahead and do that for all of these. So I'm going to use a Dremel to drill a little hole through the glass, and in order to do that I have to use a diamond bit, and you need to do it in water because it gets pretty hot. So I just have a little piece of wood in there that catches the Dremel point on the other side as it goes through the glass, and then the water will just be above the glass piece as I'm drilling. I'm using a Bauer Dremel that I picked up at Hobby Lobby. You can probably get them at Lowe's or Home Depot. And then the diamond drill bit I picked up at Lowe's. I believe you can also get, I got this kit from Harbor Freight as well, but I went through the bits already that I had. I think I went through 2 other ones for another project. So you just go ahead and turn it on. This one's nice because it's cordless, and you can change the speed on it. The variation of the speed, I always go high. So I put it in where I think the center is, and push down a little bit, as you see, because it just started to shift. So you want to hold the glass as tight as you can without hurting your fingers. You want to make sure that the drill doesn't slide and get you. I've been pretty lucky. I've been careful, and it's been good. It hasn't hurt me yet. So knock on wood. So it does take a little while for the hole to finally go through, And what you'll see is like you'll start to see like cloudiness in the water, and that's the hole finally kind of going through, and that's just the remnants of the little shreds of glass. It's not, it's more like a powder, I guess. So you'll see kind of like a white cloud going through the water, and you'll know that it's going through, and then the wood piece is there to catch the point of the drill bit so that it doesn't go through your pan of water or whatever. So here you can see like some cloudiness going through. I kind of wiggle it around, maybe lift it up a little bit, but for the most part I try to stay in the same spot and just press down, not too hard because you don't want to crack the glass in half. I did that on a couple pieces. They already kind of had cracks in them, but they did split in half, and I had to get a new piece, but no big deal. So yeah, you gotta have patience, and you just keep working at it. You'll hear the change in the drill a little bit, and then it'll go through. I will go ahead and take you to the end when I'm finished. This does take a little bit, and it does take some patience. The battery died on the drill, so while that is recharging, I'm going to go ahead and start stringing some of these glass pieces on. These are crimp beads that I'm going to use to hold the glass piece in place. So you go ahead and you put the glass piece in first through the fishing line, and then you put the crimping bead up, which is going to hold it on there, and you squeeze it with the pliers to get it to close shut. And that basically is kind of like a knot, because I didn't want to have to knot all these. I didn't want to have to put any glue on the bottom. So the crimping beads are very nice to use to hold this together. You can find that in the jewelry department at Michael's, and you can get them on Amazon as well. So the ones I got from Amazon, I got to play with them a little bit, because for some reason some of them don't crimp. It's kind of weird. I don't know if I bought the wrong thing, which is possible. So the spacing is approximately, I think, 1.5 inches, 2 inches apart for the glass beads on, or the glass, not the beads, but the glass on the line. And then each row I just kind of eyeball it, how I want them spaced apart. I do alternate colors from blue, green, blue, green. So yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and speed through this process. Again, you have to have patience. Sometimes the beads don't crimp totally, and you got to go back and squeeze it, reposition it and squeeze it to get it to stay. So yeah, I'll just speed through this process, and if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. If you need me to slow anything down or show you how the Dremel works, or how this is all strung together in slow motion, or you need other instructions, just let me know in the comments, and I'd be happy to put together another video for you if you need a better explanation of what I'm doing. So 1 row is done and 5 more to go. I finally get to the last row, and this is something I just wanted to get done. I almost quit. It was probably like, I don't know, 10, 11 o'clock at night, and I hadn't had dinner yet. Actually, this day I didn't eat at all because I was going in for a procedure the next day. You can guess what that is, but it's one where you don't eat and you got to drink a lot of this stuff, and it's not fun. Anyway, so I did not eat this night, so that was not a problem. But anyway, so I'm finishing up the last row, and there it is, all finished. And I'll put some fishing line on the top to hold it up so that you have something to hang it on. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed learning how to make faux beach glass and turn it into a wind chime. If it's something that you think that you'll do, let me know in the comments below.
Also, make sure to subscribe and like and share this video to help me grow my channel. I really appreciate it. I'm Jeannie with Makers Unify, and have a DIY day.